You're tuning into the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast, the only wrestling podcast covering WWE, AEW, and TNA. Let's get uncooked, uncorked, and uncensored.
What's up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity ANC, joined by my own personal hot commodity. And we're covering WWE Friday Night SmackDown from May 30th, 2025 in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Knockersville.
A lot of knockers were in the crowd, you think?
The wrestlers.
Oh. Speaking of Knoxville, Bianca Belair, she does. Bianca comes out. It's her hometown. And she says it feels good to be in Knoxville. She plays the song Rocky Top and dances. And I thought she was going to turn heel here because she was like very enthusiastic to be in front of the crowd. She says, "The city is so special to me. I need to heal, so I came home." And then Naomi comes out. Naomi's like, "Finally, you're back." Bianca says, "Now is not the time for this." And Naomi says, "Please, it's been way too long. Not a day goes by where I don't think what happened to us." Bianca says, "What do you want from me?" Naomi says, "I want your forgiveness. I'm here because I want to fix our friendship. Let's heal and move forward and let the past be the past. I went by your parents' house today to try to get a hold of you. No one was home, so I walked in." She says, "I looked through your photo albums and you look happy, just like when we were champions." Bianca says, "I trusted you, you betrayed me, and if you come near my family again, what you did to Jade will be nothing compared to what I do to you." Naomi says, "It wouldn't be good if both you and your mother were in a wheelchair." And then Jade Cargill comes out and attacks Naomi. Jade stares down Bianca, and then Nia Jax comes out.
My
So,
first question is, what is that song?
Rocky Top. I don't know. It's like a Tennessee song, I guess.
Okay, I thought it had something to do with the college they were at.
No, it's a. I remember it's at Six Flags one time, and that song was playing. It's like an ugly Midwestern country song.
Oh, okay. Well, this was definitely like totally psycho of Naomi going to the mother's house, saying she broke in. Um, yeah, Naomi's she's she's a couple short.
At first, I thought she was like in love with Bianca by the way she was acting, but I just think she's crazy. So we've got Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Nia Jax competing in the Money in the Bank qualifying match. Jade lands a fallaway slam and a black hole slam to Naomi, but Nia breaks it up. Nia lands a double leg drop and then a flying leg drop to Naomi for a 2 count. Nia lands a super Samoan drop to Naomi, and then Jade Cargill lands a frog splash to Nia Jax for a 2 count. Nia lands an annihilator to Jade Cargill, and Naomi rolls up Nia. Naomi advances to Money in the Bank. What'd you think?
It was definitely a shock for me because I don't know why, but I really thought that Jade was gonna win Money in the Bank and go to Money in the Bank. But I am definitely psyched for Naomi being in the match. I wanted it to either be her or Nia, so I think this is gonna be good, and I can totally see Jade Cargill trying to fuck this up for her.
Yeah, I just don't give a fuck about Jade. She doesn't do it for me.
No, me
So in the Money in the Bank, we've got Naomi, Alexa Bliss, oh gosh,
either. Naomi,
Alexa,
uh, Roxanne.
Roxanne.
Um,
We'll tell you later on, or when we do our after the bell recap. We'll tell you. We'll give you the full details. We're not prepared, but it's okay. R-Truth confronts the Bloodline backstage and trashes JC Mateo, leading them to fight later on. And Jacob says he has business of himself to take care of. We then go backstage where Chelsea Green has on a face protector. Rhea's in Money in the Bank. Yeah. Chelsea has a face mask protector on it. It looks like the pride flag, so respect to Chelsea for that. She wants her title belt back. Nick Aldis says no, but he books Alba Fire versus Lena Vega. So, always funny and great to see Chelsea being extra and dramatic. We then have WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton backstage. She's getting interviewed, and then Naomi confronts her. Naomi says, "Want to know what happens when people play with me? Just ask Jade Cargill." And then Naomi walks off, and Alexa Bliss shows up, and Alexa says, "You shouldn't worry about Naomi. You should worry about me." And I agree. Alexa Bliss is the best. So, but I do like Naomi as well. So we'll see what
So we
happens.
have Alexa, we have Rhea, we have Becky, and Naomi.
Becky's not in that match, yeah. She lost. Roxanne beat her.
Roxanne. Okay.
So it's Alexa, Roxanne, Rhea. Alexa, not you. Alexa, stop. We're gonna get in trouble here by YouTube if we play any music. Our fucking idiot thing Alexa starts to talk. Anyways, like I said, we'll talk about it when we recover later on. It doesn't fucking matter at this point. We have R-Truth versus JC Mateo taking on Solo Sikoa. JC lands a senton and a standing moonsault. R-Truth lifts up JC but falls. JC hits the Tour of the Islands and defeats R-Truth. Afterwards, though, JC attacks R-Truth with Solo, but Jimmy Uso runs out with his steel chair. Solo tries to talk to Jimmy while he's on the apron, and JC Mateo attacks Jimmy from behind, and Solo gets upset because he wants Jimmy to join the family.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm starting to think that it might happen with Jimmy, but I'm not sure. I definitely think things are coming to a head with Jacob Fatu and Solo, but maybe we'll see Jacob leave and Jimmy join the family.
Maybe, we'll see. Again, I don't care about the storyline. It doesn't do anything for me. The only person I care about is Jacob Fatu, and I do like Solo Sikoa, but he needs to go on his own at this point. The storyline is like dead in the water since Roman left. WWE Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits, come out. Montez says this tag division is the greatest in any brand. It's on fire right now, and we are leading the charge. Angelo Dawkins says we got all these teams coming after us, and Ford says it doesn't matter. We'll defend against anyone. And that's when Fraxium, Motor City Machine Guns, and DIY all come out and basically argue that they should be number one contenders and should be fighting for the title. And then the lights go out, and the Wyatt Six appear. They destroy everyone, and Bo Dallas hits Uncle Howdy hits his sister Abigail to Nathan Frazier. So I don't really like the Wyatt Six being involved in the tag division. Why are you going after the tag titles when you can go after anything else? You know, it just doesn't make sense to me. I think Bo Dallas should be going after like the Intercontinental or the World. Like, why do you care about the tag team division?
Yeah, that's kind of lackluster, as you would say. And also it just doesn't go with their whole gimmick. When they started, they were supposed to be going after people who were um like dishonest and doing their friends bad, and now they're like going after tag team gold for no reason.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. But moving along, NXT North American Champion Ethan Page is on commentary for this match. He'll be taking on Rey Fenix and Javon Evans in a special fatal four-way match at Worlds Collide. So we've got Los Garza with Santos Escobar versus Rey Fenix and Javon Evans here. Evans lands a springboard Hurricane Rana and a springboard Codebreaker to Angel. Ray and Javon get in Ethan Page's face, and Evans super kicks Page. Evans hits the Red Dawn, but Ethan Page pushes Javon Evans off the top rope, and Los Garza land the FTY, and Los Garza get the win here. Just a match to put Worlds Collide over. I do like Javon Evans and Rey Fenix, but this is just literally to showcase them and put over Worlds Collide. Next, we get a Wyatt Six promo, and Bo just says, "We won't stop till we get what's owed." So maybe they think they're owed the tag team title shot.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, they've never even had a tag team fight, so
I don't know.
who is the tag team?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm skipping ahead. We have Alba Fire with Piper Niven and Chelsea Green taking on the WWE US Women's Champion Zelina Vega. Chelsea accidentally hits Piper Niven with her mask as Piper holds Zelina. Zelina then lands a code red to Alba and gets the victory. And after Zelina wins, Julia confronts her, and Julia is involved in the Women's Money in the Bank match as well. So, could Julia go after Zelina Vega instead of the World Women's or the Women's title?
Yeah, I think probably because it seems like there's enough people after the women's title, so somebody's got to go for the mid cards.
Hmm. That would be a good match. I think Zelina and Julia would be decent.
I think so too.
Damian Priest comes out and says he went to war with Drew McIntyre with a black eye. Priest says, Drew, I still can't stand your ass. I got the Warrior and I appreciate that. Jacob, at some point we're going to handle it. And if your family gets involved, they'll get it. Damian Priest will always be El Campeon. So Damian Priest throwing out the challenge to Jacob Fatu. Do you think it's going to happen at SummerSlam or do you think it's going to happen sooner?
I'm thinking SummerSlam. That would be a pretty good match.
It would be like Jacob.
Yeah, that's gonna happen eventually.
Is going to advance the money. You were, but I thought it was going to be Jacob.
I thought Jacob and Solo were gonna come to heads in the Money in the Bank match, but you could be right about it. Could be at SummerSlam.
Yeah, we don't know, but I do think that when they do go at match or whichever way, I think. So after Jacob loses, he just tells Solo Sikoa backstage to stay out of his business. He's been doing that for weeks now, though, and Solo doesn't listen. So I highly doubt that's going to be any different going forward. We then have Cody Rhodes coming out, and this is his first appearance since Saturday night's main event and WrestleMania. Um, Cody says, after WrestleMania 41, I went home. I had a doubtful moment, and I talked to my friend and thought about my past. I don't know if John Cena is going to ruin professional wrestling. If you're listening, champion, I will never hesitate with you again. Your expiration date is in my eyes and it's going to burn your ass up. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to give it up for your World Heavyweight Champion, Jey Uso. So Jey Uso comes out, and immediately after Jey comes out, WWE Champion John Cena comes out. And Cena says, if it isn't the pro wrestling wannabes, Cody Rhodes, you're a John Cena wannabe, and so are you, Jey. You both want to be me. It makes me sick. You're desperate to Cody, and he tells Jey that he's lazy. There's one other person who represents hustle, loyalty, and respect. Surprise, losers. My partner is here too. And that's when Logan Paul comes out. Cena says Logan Paul doesn't need to pay dues because he's paying your mortgage. I didn't understand that. Everyone's here. Everyone's here came to see John Cena and Logan Paul. Paul says, I could walk on water and you could tell me I can't swim. John Cena speaks the truth. You get to witness John Cena standing side by side with me. Jey, you got lucky. You needed Cody Rhodes to save you because two cheaters can't do anything without it being handed to you. John Cena is a self-made man like me. 5 years ago, no one would have guessed that I would be a WWE wrestler. My time is now. At Money in the Bank, boys, if you want some, come get some. Jey says, well, we can handle this right now. And Logan Paul gets ready to fight, but John Cena kind of, tells him to stop. And then Cody says, "Are you going to polish as Peacemaker?" That sets off Logan Paul, so all four men fight. Jay dives onto Cena on the floor, and then Cody and Jey Uso land a Cody to Logan Paul, and Cody Rhodes holds up the WWE Championship. Just a way to get us prepared for Money in the Bank. But thought we were gonna get a little bit more from Cody Rhodes since this is his first promo back from WrestleMania, and all I did was just cry about how I had to talk to my friend and I had to think about my past and da da da. But what'd you think?
Yeah, it was very Cody Rhodes like very unexciting. I think what John Cena meant by him paying their rent, because he said right after that people were there to see him and Logan Paul, not Uso, and so like they're the money makers in the show. Um, but it just doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes sense because they're both heels, but John Cena saying that Logan Paul represents hustle, loyalty, and respect, like he's anything but that. Um, the hustle maybe, but not the loyalty and respect. So I just don't get what angle Cena has besides them both being heels to like him or want him on his side. He kind of goes against everything that Cena stands for. So, but yeah, this really didn't do it for me as the main event. This could have opened the show. I felt like this should have opened the show, not ended it.
Yeah, I agree. It was kind of a weird way to go off because they usually open it with Cena and Cody, so it was different. But I don't know, it really didn't do anything for me going forward to Money in the Bank and didn't get me more excited or anything. I think just because these pay-per-views are so close together, they're rushing everything, and this is just another match that's kind of house show-esque, you know?
Yeah, like what is this match even? What is it going to accomplish? Nothing.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we have accomplished the end of Friday Night SmackDown. We just covered it all in full. Nothing crazy happened here, just, basic shit, really nothing great. We're going to cover Monday Night Raw, another SmackDown, then we got Money in the Bank next week. We just covered AEW Double or Nothing. We have Attitude Years. We're going to cover a SmackDown. We just dropped a Raw's War episode yesterday. We've got Unforgiven coming up, so a lot more coming your way. Make sure you check us out on YouTube, subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. And if you're listening on a podcast channel, you can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and wherever you get your podcasts. Until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.